Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from. What's it there, baby? You already know. Big boss hog, boss dog, can't poke through the door. Hit the top to the box. Before I get in my soliloquy, remember tough times don't last. Good people do. Don't off yourself. Call them in there if I love me matter. Peep game, 84s in West Wing. Hey, if you a booty warrior, and pause is in full effect for this whole video. If you one of them, right? You one of them warriors out there. Listen to me. Listen to me good. If you one of them, exit out this video because I'm finna talk about Terence Crawford. I'm finna say some hot stuff. Pause, no diddy. And if you can't handle it, don't watch my video. That's all I gotta say. Terence Crawford, Israel Madrimov post-fight reaction. Straight up and down, no side effects. Israel Madrimov won that fight. I had a 7-5. I would have been cool with a draw. Right? That's just real talk. Okay? I had a 7-5 Madrimov. Okay? Now, it was a very close fight. I would have been, like I said, I would have been cool with a draw. But to sit here and say Terence Crawford won by unanimous decision is ludicrous to me. Right? Terence Crawford did some phenomenal things in a lot of the rounds. His timing was off. And he seemed at times, I won't say he didn't know what to do. It was just he couldn't figure out Madrimov. Right? He couldn't figure him out. You know what I mean? He couldn't figure him out how to get some stuff off. When Madrimov would look like he was about to come in for a punch, you know what I'm saying? And Madrimov wouldn't. He was very patient. You know what I'm saying? And Crawford was guessing. He had Crawford guessing all night. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, Crawford did some good things in there. I like those uppercuts he landed on Madrimov. He landed a lot of short shots when he needed to. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see that power ain't translate up, though. You know what I mean? Now, let me take ownership. This is the accountability session, right? Boss said in a previous video that Terence Crawford would stop Madrimov in 4 rounds. It's not a good fight. Boss made another video and said, hey, man, I watched Madrimov, but I still got Crawford stopping him between rounds 8 and 10. Somebody in the comment section even tried to tell me, like, hey, Madrimov a good fighter. Just because he got 10 fights, the dude could fight. I take accountability for that. I underestimated Madrimov, right? The dude was crafty. He was awkward, but he was intelligent. Chess match. You know what I'm saying? Chess match. The man took his time. He threw different looks at Crawford. It was a brilliant game plan by Madrimov, right? That overhand right was landing at will. And we're going to talk about that because I mentioned that before about Terence Crawford when he lines up in southpaw and his opponent is orthodox. That right hand is there to be landed. But in previous weight classes, they couldn't really do anything to stifle Crawford, right? No, Mean Machine dropped him, right? Even Andre Ward said that, like, nah, bro, you got dropped. Right? Mean Machine dropped him. Okay? Madrimov, that right hand was the reason why Crawford didn't really go all out like Crawford normally does. You get what I mean? The power got to Crawford. I believe Madrimov hurt Crawford, and I believe Crawford hurt Madrimov. You know what I mean? It was one of them fights. Now, granted, when I mean hurt, you know, a lot of people that don't know boxing, like, oh, Crawford wasn't hurt. He still was. Trust me. Dudes who box before know what I'm talking about. You get hit with a shot, right? You get hit with a shot where it busts you, right? But your body is still operating as normal, right? But you felt that mug. You like, damn. Or you may have lost vision. I remember that was the time I got in one of my amateur fights, a dude caught me with an overhand right, and I couldn't see for like a couple seconds. You know what I mean? And it was like a ringing noise, like that. You know? But I was able to get my bearings together and keep, you know what I mean? I saw that in Crawford. One of them overhand rights caught him, and he immediately, because when Crawford, when he get hurt, he just punches, right? That's what he does. His body is just, that's how he is. He get hurt, he gonna throw something. You know, he immediately trying to get his get back, right? He's not all the way coherent. You know, some guys, they react differently. Some guys get hurt, they gonna punch. Some guys get hurt, you know, depending on the seriousness of how hurt you are. Some dudes will look to, okay, I'm gonna grab you. Some dudes may, okay, I'm gonna use lateral movement. I need to get out the way. Just depends how hurt you are. You know what I'm saying? But some dudes, they get buzzed, they still gonna throw. I know I'm like that. If I get hurt, I'm still gonna throw. Depends on, you know, how hurt I am. If I'm very hurt, I'm gonna grab you. You know what I'm saying? Just depends. But I think they hurt each other in the fight, right? But like I said before, I think that Terence Crawford lost this fight. Like I said, I had a 7-5 Madrimov. I think Madrimov did a good job, you know what I'm saying, of throwing different looks at Crawford and keeping Crawford guessing, right? And Crawford even admitted these things after the fight. Hey, the dude did a good job keeping me guessing. You know, when I thought that he was going to throw something, he did, and he did a good job feinting and all that. You know what I'm saying? And even when I thought Madrimov was gassed, right? I think it was round 9. I was like, Madrimov gassed. Crawford don't get him right here. Nope. Round 10 came out, went back to what he do. You know what I'm saying? You know, his coach was like, you need to put combination punches together. You know, it was an excellent game plan. Like, I can't understand how Terence Crawford won that fight. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing it showed me is this. Terence Crawford power ain't translate up. Because he was sitting on some punches that he normally would drop dudes with. You know what I'm saying? Dudes in previous weight classes at 147, 140, those punches land on you and 47 and 40, them dudes out of there. Madrimov took them punches, still was coming forward. You know what I'm saying? No, I believe that it was I think it was round 9. Crawford landed, I think it was uppercut on Madrimov. Madrimov kind of backed up, you know, kind of looked at him, and then Crawford threw his 2 and it landed. And then Madrimov, you know, basically tied him up. But other than that, like, his power not translating up. And I kept telling y'all, man, it's weight classes for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I picked Terence Crawford to win the fight. I picked Terence Crawford to stop Madrimov, right? But he didn't stop him. It just goes to show you his power is not translating up. You know, he may have peaked out. You know, this may be a weight class where he not going to knock out everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say he ain't going to knock out nobody, but he may not knock out everybody. He may have to, you know, look to box more at this weight class. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on the fighter. You know, but overall, like I said, Terence Crawford got to see that, like, man, these dudes up here really punching. So what are Terence Crawford's options now? He can campaign at 154. He has a belt now, you know, or he can go back down 147. He still got them belts, which I don't understand why he still got them belts. We're gonna make a separate video about that. But he needs to stay away from Canelo. That's just, like I said, I would root for him against Canelo. I would root for him, but he needs to stay far away from that man as possible. That's real talk. Like, I'm not saying this just to say it, to, you know, I'm just keeping it funky. If he getting up Canelo Alvarez, he's getting stopped. You know what I mean? You know, the only way to beat Canelo Alvarez is to outbox him. That's your only way to beat that man, is to outbox him, right? And I don't mean like outbox him like how he was doing. You got to fight how Floyd fight. You get what I mean? you got to be slick against Canelo. Like, you can't. Terence Crawford is not slick. Terence Crawford wants to kill you. He's a counterpuncher. That's who he is. He's not a dude that's going to be slick in there. You got to be slick to beat Canelo. You can't stand in front of Canelo. You can't look to try to kill him because he going to get you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Right? And like I said before, I would root for Terence Crawford to beat Canelo. I would want Terence Crawford to beat Canelo. But it's not going to happen. Because Canelo, with him, you had dudes who were bigger punchers who couldn't do nothing with him. Right? Who couldn't put him down. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, like, Canelo Alvarez is a fight he needs to take off his menu. Nah, like I told you, we know the real reason why he wants that fight. He wants that fight. He wants that fight so he can basically get a payday. That's why he wants that fight. He wants the Canelo Alvarez fight so he can get that payday and retire. Right? That's what he wants. That's why he trying to get it. That's why he don't want to fight Boots either. And I'll make a separate video about that. I'm going to make that video when I come out the gym. Because, you know, this whole, Boots ain't did nothing talk is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing all these excuses about why you can't fight Boots. You know what I mean? But then you want Canelo to fight you. You doing the same thing to Boots that Canelo doing to you. You get what I mean? So I think that, when it's all said and done, Crawford got to realize this. He got to move very carefully and strategically. That's real talk. But if he stay at 54, there's a man who was the undisputed champion at 54 that got his belts taken away from him because he took a Canelo fight. That is saying he's still campaigning at 154. And I've told y'all, that fight right there is a dangerous fight for Terence Crawford. I've sat there and told y'all that. And this fight with madrimov proved my point. Y'all talked about Terence Crawford like he was Superman. Prisoners of the moment. Oh, Terence Crawford, he's the best in the world. He could go to any weight class. You know, skills pay the bills. He'll beat anybody at any weight class. Oh, really? Okay. And why he not trying to fight David Benavidez at 168? Why he not trying to fight Dimitri Bivol at 175? But see, when you start talking like that, because when y'all sit there and say any weight class, you be like, all right, cool. Well, Dimitri Bivol and Benavidez right there, tell him to fight them. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Why would he fight them? That's how we feel about him fighting Canelo. That's ridiculous. But see, when it comes to Canelo, oh, they're the same height and, you know, I don't care about that. Canelo been fighting at that weight for a while. For a couple of years now. I can't remember off the top. It's been a while. He's fought a couple of fights. 168 and 175. You trying to sit and tell me Canelo Alvarez will lose to Terence Crawford? The only way that happens if Father Time fall on Canelo and he get old overnight. And Terence Crawford outboxes Canelo. That's it. All this talks about, oh, he'll stop Canelo. And no, he can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, there are weight classes for a reason. And Canelo Alvarez, if he land on Crawford, it's rap. Crawford had to be damn near perfect against Canelo. I'm telling you, y'all not listening to me. But to get back on Jermell Charlo, I'm telling you, if Crawford fight Jermell Charlo, which if I'm Jermell Charlo, I'm not gonna hold you. I ask for that fight next. If I'm Jermell Charlo, I ask for the Terence Crawford fight next. He got a belt at 154. Hey, I want him. I want Terence Crawford. That's me if I'm Jermell Charlo. Like, hey, give me Terence Crawford. They start talking about, oh, man, no. Give me Terence Crawford. That's who I want. What's the problem? Why this fight can't get made? That's who I want. Because I'm telling you, this is what I see. I told y'all that overhand right is a problem. He ain't addressed that. I don't know why, as high boxing IQ Terence Crawford has, he cannot stop it, bro. I've been seeing this. When he's in the southpaw stance and he fights an orthodox fighter, and that overhand right lands on him all the time. It's there, bro. It's crazy. It's like it's there. And Madrimov exposed it yesterday. Even more. I've been saying this for the longest time. I said, man, look, that overhand right is there. I got ridiculed for it. I'm not talking about for Madrimov, right? Because I got told y'all, I take accountability. I didn't think Madrimov would even last or be still standing. You know what I'm saying? But he still was standing after the fight. So I got to give that man his credit, his props. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day, to keep it focused, Terence Crawford getting there with Jermell Charlo, I promise you. I'm telling you. Like, look, when I picked Elspeth against Terence Crawford, that was merely just a style. I looked at the style. I looked at Elspeth being fundamentally sound. I looked at Terence Crawford, him fighting off emotion a lot of time, and I said, I'm picking Errol. And I was wrong. But I'm telling you this, I have no doubt in my mind. With the Errol Spence fight, it's something I ain't tell y'all. There was a little doubt there with Errol Spence when he was getting in there with Terence Crawford. But I'm a man, I stand on my 10. I said, if I say something, I got to ride with it. So I stood with Errol Spence. I have no doubt in my mind when it comes to Jermell Charlo. This how that fight gonna go. Terence Crawford gonna be up on the cards. He gonna be up, and Charlo gonna land that equalizer in his sleep time. That's it. That's what I'm telling you. And it don't matter who Charlo coach is. It could be Warren Guzman. It could be Derek James. I'm telling you. Charlo gonna be losing, and he gonna land, and it's gonna be a wrap. I'm telling you this. Nobody comes out of 154 unscathed. Nobody. Even Jermell Charlo took a loss. Tony Harrison. Where's Tony Harrison at? He ain't boxing no more. He coaching. Right? Tim Tszyu, who was on a run, bro. On a run. What happened? He lost. Now, we understand there's certain parameters that happen, but he lost. Fundura, he lost. Castano, he lost. Mendoza, he lost. Ex-Lubin, he lost. Nobody comes out of 154 unscathed. The only way Crawford comes out of 154 unscathed is if he get that Canelo fight and sell off in the sunset. If he's able to skip the line, get the Canelo fight, and sell off in the sunset, hey. And apparently he might get it because Turkey Al-Sheikh said, hey, if Crawford wins, he's sending that contract. He already sent the contract. So like I said before, to keep it 1,000. Terence Crawford looking like food. That's all I'm saying. He looking like food. Now, y'all may disagree with me and say, oh, you crazy. It's Terence Crawford. He looking like food, bro. I'm telling you this. There's some things I saw in that fight. If he don't, his next fight, he better come with it. He better get back to old Terence. Because he was even coming forward and getting aggressive against Madrimov. And I admit, he hurt Madrimov, but he couldn't put him away. That's unlike Terence. Terence, if he get you hurt, he gonna stop you. If he get you hurt, Terence Crawford, let's be real. When Terence Crawford hurts you, he's stopping you. Ain't no all you hurt and you gonna make it through the round. Madrimov was able to regain all his bearings and keep fighting. Crawford better be careful. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss go.